Whew. Oh. Oh. All right. Whew. Welcome to week 19. Whew. Cold plunge. The day after the race. Whew. This will be good for my sore muscles. All right. It's always good to do a cold plunge every once in a while to relax the muscles, to relax the breathing. All right, welcome back to my recovery aspect of my training video. So today is gonna be a little quick one. As I mentioned in a earlier video, that my knee swelled up. Now we're not talking about a lot of swelling, but to me, swelling is swelling. I really couldn't bend, or I can't bend my knee past this point. Right now, it's just, I can feel that it's full of fluid. And this is not anything out of the ordinary. You know, ever since, I guess, jiu-jitsu, or ever since my surgeries, I've always had issues with my knees. Like I said earlier, I can't really sit on my knees or sit on my feet in a kneeling position. I can never really bend the knees 100%. That's about as far as I can go on this one. And then at the moment, this is as far. So knee swelling is not, like I said, not anything new. I've come to almost expect that at some point I'm gonna have some type of knee swelling, which is totally fine. I can take care of that. And quick little story, being in the fitness industry now for the last 24 years now. 24. And especially being in the Silicon Valley, I've gotten a lot of phone calls with people wanting me to test their apps, wanting to test some type of technology. And when this guy called me, he said that they had, or they're looking into this prototype of this knee brace. And this knee brace with the fans and whatever is in it will allow cold therapy and hot therapy without obviously putting ice and without having to plug it into something. So when he pitched the idea to me, it was very interesting, especially because I knew at some point I'm gonna have some type of knee swelling. And I said, yes, let's do it. He pitched me, I put it on, and I was, amazed. And the reason I was amazed was I just didn't realize how they can create heat and or cold with these little fans. I gave him my opinion and I told him that I liked it. And he said, okay, well, when they're available, would you like to be put on the list for early release? I said, sure, please. I've never really heard of anyone making it big where I was like, oh, I was part of that, or I tested that or whatever, So some time went on and I get an email and the guy's like, hey, they're about to be released, early. Do you want to buy one? And I said, absolutely. Ended up buying one. And I received my brace early. It wasn't too early, but it was early before the release. And I loved it. I had a great time. Actually gave it to one of my black belt brother, Shay. I gave the one that I purchased originally, and I bought another one. And I bought another one because I liked him so much. And Hyper Ice actually bought the company out. So they actually made it, for Hyper Ice to have bought your technology, you made it big. So kind of cool that, I saw the beginnings of the prototype and then seeing it grow and then being bought by a big company. I thought that was pretty cool. So again, amazing product, and kind of cool that I felt that was a part of that a little bit. Not that I had anything to do with it, but I just felt like I've seen the journey, saw the journey, and now I'm all about the journeys. Again, this is how I rehab or recover with my knee. I put the knee brace on. I can put it in hot therapy, cold therapy. I can use inflammation. There's all kinds of different programs for the knee brace. So I think it's amazing. So just want to kind of share with you guys how I recover and rehab swelling joints, especially the knee. So here it is. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, welcome back to week 19 of my journey to Ironman California 2023. I have a lot of updates today. Not really too much. Well, the reason I have no material for this week is because I took the week off. I decided that I just needed to kind of refresh my brain, kind of get a reboot, let my body heal up from the 20 miles that we ran. I still did jiu-jitsu, but I just kind of stepped away from the swimming, stepped away from the cycling. And the only reason why I stepped away from the cycling is my knee was swollen, so I really couldn't bend my knee the way I wanted to. My bike, really excited about my bike, but it's been raining for the last week and a half, and it's gonna continue to rain all week this week. So there's gonna be no outside bike riding. So I'll have to go back to the indoor bike, which is totally fine, but I'm really, now I'm anxious. I've had the bike now a week, and I haven't ridden it. I rode it to bike shop when I bought it, and I'm back home, and then I went to go get fitted for my bike. So I guess let's start there. So I went to the bicycle shop and I purchased my bike, and they told me that I can get my bike fitted. Because I'm new to all this, I didn't know that people got fitted for the bike. It makes total sense, but I never thought of it. I just thought I would get my bike, I'd play with it a little bit, put it where I think it needs to be, and then I'd go. No, I mean, this was full on like science. Like they brought out I can't think of the name at the moment, and then they put like a weight from, string with a weight, attach it to my knee, down to the pedal. I mean, it was like, the guy even asked me, I need you to walk down and back, and he wants to check my gait. He wanted to see what muscles are tight, just based on my walk. Now, I know there's sales pitches out there, and I know that there's people who pretend the presentation could be over-exaggerated. I get that, but talking to this guy like really knows his anatomy, really knows his stuff, and he really takes this like passionately. And when I heard about him, I couldn't wait to meet the guy, because I do the same thing. I look at people's body mechanics, and I help fix those mechanics. So it was fascinating to hear him break all this stuff down. And again, being that I'm a beginner, I really don't know anything, I was just gathering as much information as possible. So the fitting process was very interesting, to say the least. So there will be some video that I'm on the bike, he's talking to me, and getting fitted. So not only do we have to fit the pedals, the placement of the pedals onto my shoes, so making sure that my shoes are balanced. I also put the tri bars on the bike. So the tri bars on the bike is when you're here, where you're lying your elbows on top of your handlebars and you're holding on to your bars. I've never done this before, so this is all new to me. So I'm watching, and he's like, all right, well, it's all set up. Take a spin, test spin. He's like, just be careful. I'm like, all right. So I get on the bike, and I'm, going down the street, feeling good. I can changing gears. In order for me to get onto my tri-bars, I have to disconnect, place my elbow, hand, disconnect, elbow, hand. Now that I've disconnected and reconnected, there are no, for my bike, I'm sure there are on other people's bikes, but on my bike, there are no gear changing and or brakes. I would have never, no concept, right? So I had no perception, so I have no idea what to expect or not to expect. And when I'm out there on the tri-bars, like, wow, like once I'm committed onto my bars, I'm committed to the bars, which is, I need to get used to that. And then again, if I need to change gears or brake, I gotta disconnect, brake, disconnect, and brake. So it's a lot to think about. So that's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna go on the highway first, or not highway, but the expressway. I live right next to the Foothill Expressway. And if I take Foothill Expressway from my house all the way down to the end and back, that's a good long ride, but dangerous, So I'll have to get used to, riding on the expressway. So for now, I'm just gonna focus on the neighborhoods first, but I don't even know what's worse, and it's not that I've never been on the expressway, it's just the commitment. That has a lot I need to get used to. And I'm thinking if I'm on the neighborhood, there's gonna be a lot more stopping and going. So I guess it'd be safer to go on the expressway. So I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. I never thought of it until right now. But again, it's gonna be raining, so the bike, that situation is I'm not gonna be testing that anytime soon. So, all right, on to the next. Let me talk to you about Rosa. So on the last video, I expressed that, to me, this is my opinion, what really defines the athlete or the character of an athlete is how they respond to a loss. The goal was to finish, and unfortunately because I guess we're part of, we did it together, we didn't finish. And how do you respond to that, or how does she respond to that? Does she just take it on the chin and say, hey, I had a good time, didn't make it, had fun, no need to experience that again? which is fine? Or does that desire, that burning desire inside of you or inside of her motivate her to want to complete what she set out to achieve? And that's to complete a marathon. I mean, we cannot say that we completed a marathon. We participated in a marathon, but we didn't complete the marathon. So if her goal was to complete the marathon, then complete it. And if it takes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attempts, hopefully not that many times, but if it takes that many times, and if that's what you keep on wanting to do, then awesome. So on Tuesday, I saw her, and we're just coming in. We were just R&R, just resting and rehabbing. And I was foam rolling her and asking her how she felt, her perspective of the race. And, we pretty much had the same perspective of the race. Little things were different here and there, but pretty much the same. And then I asked, I was kind of curious. I was like, hey, how do you feel? How do you feel about your outcome? She kind of thought about it a little bit. She said, I've been looking at other marathons. And then inside, I was like, yes! I was like, yes! At that moment, I was super, super proud of her that she didn't allow this obstacle in the way to prevent her from achieving what she set out to achieve. And that achievement was supposed to be a completion of a marathon. So I was super excited, but I didn't push it because it's not my goal. This is her goal. My goal is Ironman. That's my journey. And if we do this together, then this is, our teamwork thing. But this is Rosa's goal. She has to make this decision without me being biased and attempting to convince her that she needs to do it again to finish. But anyway, so that was Tuesday. Didn't want to push it. So Thursday comes around and she, I see her again on Thursday and she's like, I've been looking, but I don't know when to do it. Because once you make that commitment, it now becomes a commitment because now you got to train again. Now we have a different perspective, so we can make some adjustments. But, the training was all of last year, so she couldn't do the things that she wanted to do, traveling and things like that. And then she's also saying, well, I also don't want to run another marathon before your Ironman. I'm like, no, please don't think of me. A, I need this, and B, this would be, helping me and in my journey to the Ironman to complete it, because that's, again, a marathon's a marathon. That's hard. So don't think about me. Think about you, and I'm going to be there with you. And again, it doesn't matter about time as long as it's before October. So that's the update at the moment with Rosa. Again, I'm proud. I'm very, very proud. Again, I would have been proud either way. Just a little prouder that she's going this direction. Again, I would support her regardless. All right, so that's the bike. That's Rosa, and for me. So update on me. I took all of last week off, like I said, other than jiu-jitsu. So today was the first time going swimming in almost 2 weeks because I didn't go swimming leading up to the marathon and I didn't go swimming post-marathon. So it's been 2 weeks since I've been in the water and I was scared. And the reason I was scared is because I was watching something on YouTube and Michael Phelps was discussing that his lead up to, I believe, his last Olympics, or one of the Olympics, that's how amazing he is, one of his Olympics. Lead up to one of the Olympics that he trained for 5 years in a row, every single day in the pool. He said he didn't take one day off, every day he was in the pool for 5 years. And then he said, when you take one day off swimming, you've now went backwards 2 days. So you have to work the 2 days to make up, to kind of, be back where you once were. And, it hit me. I would I totally understand, swimming is so technical. It's like golf. Everyone knows how to, the people who play, you know how to swing a golf ball, but it's the minor adjustments of how you feel. I mean, anything can affect that swing. And I guess that would be the frustrating part of golf, that it's never consistent. Again, assuming I don't play golf, but I would assume that is kind of the same way with swimming in a high technical level, that it's so technical that if you just miss, that you're going to, be off. And that kind of messed with my head a little bit as I was going to the swimming today. So the cool thing is that one of my black belt friends, because brothers would be the people who was promoted with me. He's been promoted long before me, so he's one of my black belt friends, brothers as well. He came with me to swim because he's also running the Ironman in California in 2023. So in Sacramento with me. It just so happened to work out that way. So we're training together And hopefully if we get to we keep the same pace, we can run it together. But we got to go and swim together, and again, it was raining today, and I loved every second of swimming in the rain. So I really got to do that. But I was very surprised on nothing that I usually struggled with. I didn't struggle with today. I was concerned about my cardio because I took the whole week off and I didn't swim for 2 weeks, so I was really out of swimming cardio. That wasn't an issue today. I was also afraid of the progress that I was making with the breathing, the minor adjustments on not looking a certain way and fixing that, the adjustments of my swim not crossing over. Yeah, so today my mind felt fresh. I didn't feel like I struggled with the things that I usually struggled with, and I just felt very comfortable. I didn't push myself too hard because, again, I'm still working just the technique, but I felt really good today. I had a really good time showing my friend Al. We're just exchanging ideas on our the strokes and different drills. So it was good to go out again, and it felt really good to not feel like I went backwards. So the progression starts. Well, that is the update for week 19. Week 20 comes up, and we'll see what type of videos come up. All right, see you then.